Well, hello there. I bet you didn't expect to hear my voice this early on. Well, you can credit Weedleby. She suggested that I made my own music for this intro countdown. Then I thought, my voice is pure music whenever my mouth opens. Isn't that right? Anyway, screw that narcissistic bullshit, man. I'm gonna break the mirror if I keep on going like this. Someone said, whistle? Whistle what? I don't know, do a combination mashup, I don't know. Yeah, but GTA 4 mashup theme song. What else? For the countdown, I have no clue. I randomly got. Perfect timing, I guess. Enjoy. Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Welcome if you're currently here in the live chat. The intro of this video, or should I say the countdown, was a little bit dodgy this time. You can blame Weedleby, I think, because she suggested about, putting in my own music or some kind of sound. So that's what I did. There we go. So today what we're going to be taking a look at, and it is following on from last night's video. If you haven't already, make sure to check it out. There will be a link down below in the pinned comment section. Okay. Following on from, I believe it was kind of like a mini poll I did. It's to do with me giving my updated thoughts about what happened on the 28th, the day Dylan supposedly went missing and was killed. See? Okay. Pairing it up with the phone pings, who was where was what at the time. Just from learning in recent time, I guess, about things developing, right? So I'm going to try and piece it together, see how drastically my thoughts and opinions have changed from the last video I did. It's probably like a month or two difference, maybe a bit longer, right? Things do switch and change with time. No harm in that. The only time when it becomes problematic is when it's like said one day, fast forward to like 2-3 days, and then it's changed again. And then shortly afterwards it's changed back. That's where it gets a bit messy, right? Also, what we will be taking a look at, and we'll probably take a look at it first, is the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page. There is some like new post discussions, a new post by Candice Cooley, a new photo of Dylan Rounds. And when I say new, I mean not seen before, like in the community. I guess you could word it like that. And I just want to establish a possible link to a previous profile picture as well, just to try and confirm things as well. Check the comments out, of course, see what people have to say. If there's any interesting discussions, questions, anything that's been missed out, no harm in doing so, right? And yeah, as we do go along in the chat, you can share your thoughts, opinions, reactions, etc. down below. In addition, from last night's video, shout out to Ellen, Starchasm TV, and Kathy Waters, I think I said that correctly, for their presence last night, and the super chat. It's good of them. Maybe Kathy Waters is back again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Kathy the one that types in big capital letters or something? I can't remember. Maybe it's the parrot. Maybe it's the parrot that's doing all the work for her. Secretly typing messages. Got to keep that bird under control, Kathy. My God, we do not want things to go wrong or backfire, okay? Also, I think if there is time later on, we need to do a little map analysis of myself. No, I'm not talking about my back. That's already been looked at, okay? Oh, you want a second look? Be patient, okay? I'm joking. But I'm gonna go on Google Earth. I'm gonna type my name in or try and type some kind of combination in of me and see what shows up, because I've not done it yet. See how dodgy I am. Do I exist out there somewhere in the US? Is there a piece of me in the heart of the US? That sounds weird. But we'll find out, of course, and see what comes out of it. I mean, Stoney is getting about, okay? Yeah. I don't mean it quite like that, but she's like appearing on all these different like maps and locations and things named after her. I mean, first we had Stoney Las Vegas nightclub or something where no one turned up. Then you had Stoney, some other place in between. It might have been a restaurant, and then some like trucking or train company in Canada. So all kinds of things going on. You've got Gorilla Jack, of course, Gorilla Jack supplements in, I think it's Ontario, Canada, and nearby you've got Weedleby Skate Park or something like that. There's a lot of people with background stuff going on, especially, we cannot forget Glitter Galaxy as well. Glitter Galaxy, wow. But that aside, okay, and also aside from the fact that right now I either look like I'm about to have my hair cut or I'm seconds away from being locked in a padded cell due to how I appear. It's just cold, okay? And just as a little bit of clarity, one of the previous videos I did, which was like really dark and light, that was obviously at night time and it was in the shed, okay? So that's why it looked a bit weird, okay? Not really done many videos in the shed for, well, I might have done it once or twice, but over the last 2 years I just haven't, because although it was like a change of scenery, the audio wasn't as good. I guess because of the echo sound, I guess like the quality and material of the shed itself, it could impact audio. And of course the noises in the background. You know, some people will already know, but there's been times where I've been, you know, I was just about to open my mouth and talk, and then a train passes by, give it a few seconds, then I open my mouth again, another train passes by, give it a few seconds, open my mouth then a plane flies over, open my mouth then there's a crow squawking, and then I've just about given up, and then a squirrel comes tapping away on top of the roof, and it's like, this is just crazy, right? Ridiculous. Well, you know, I guess it is what it is. Another thing what I want to talk about, another thing I want to highlight, which I'll have to take a look at, we'll just see what order it follows in, is I just saw a comment just before, not like now, but earlier on when I was recording this, that Ty sent a message, well, comment on YouTube to me saying you need to check out Gay Sloth Johnny Yarborough, same guy, okay, he's just got that's his username or something. Said you need to watch it as it fully exposes Lance in the video. So I guess I can take a look at it later or whenever there is time, and then if there's like bullet points to make note of, I can do so, relay it back to you, or just at least share my thoughts and my reactions, okay, on the matter. I know last night Ty Corbin appeared in the chat, which was good. I remember him talking about receipts to prove that I can't remember exactly, was it to do with like Lance not giving him money or something, just to prove that. But maybe that's what Ty did in the video by Johnny, but I'll have to watch it myself, obviously, to fully understand, and I'll do that when I can. Feel free to share in the chat if anything else has gone on in recent time. Someone, who was it now? Michelle, okay? Michelle was talking about saying, what's happened to Brookie? So you'll know who Brookie is, the one that always does this. Looking up. Well, no, it's not looking up, it's looking down, okay? I mean, if it's more like down and then looking up, it looks like you're about to receive something. Just keep your mouth closed so it doesn't get out of context. God damn it. So it tends to be looking, well, actually, the one I did in the past was like looking up, because that was the original profile picture of Brookie, or one of them was, right? And yet just recently now it's more stood up and then looking down. I'll have to practice that one, you know, I'm a bit rusty, you know, it's not like I practice it every day. No, definitely not, okay? But I don't know what's happened to Brookie. Does anyone know what's happened to Brookie? Michelle, I think, was hinting that because of Jim Terry doing a video or something proving that she didn't visit Brenner, it's kind of exposed her in a way. So she's in hiding now, she's run away. And it's like, oh, okay. But last night I did check Brookie's channel just to see like what's happened when like people questioned it. And like when I checked at the time, it said 50 minutes ago she uploaded a music video. So she is active. So it doesn't seem like anything has happened to her. If you're talking about like what's happened to Brookie compared to when she was present in the Dylan Brown's case, I mean, I thought that was already cleared up with time. I don't know how long ago it was now, Brookie started appearing on Salty Pancakes live streams in the call-ins. In the past, she appeared on, I guess, Doug from No Thanks and Jim Terry's. I don't know if she ever appeared on The Shack Lady or not. But, you know, of course, as most of you will know, it didn't quite go down well. There was like exposing criticisms aimed towards Brookie. So I guess Brookie kind of like got away from that. And then I guess Pancakes invited her on and then hung out for a bit. I don't think that's happened since. If anyone knows any updates, feel free to list it down below. I know some people could say, does it really matter? You know, what's the significance? Well, I wouldn't say it's the complete end of the world whether this or that happens or we never hear of any updates ever again, but it was just more about getting to the bottom of this Brookie Brenner situation, right? I mean, at least from my point of view, the first fake account to ever show up, at least in the presence of me, was the fake Brookie Brenner account, which is a bit weird. It's as if that was like maybe the source of it or part of it, at least from like my side of witnessing all the craziness. But yeah, Brookie still seems active on YouTube, so I guess that clears that up. What was someone else talking about before that? Like some live video premieres ago, someone saying what's happened to this person or that person, and it's like, I don't know, okay? But I'm sure we will find out about stuff. Another thing I just want to briefly talk about before I forget is like when we talk about predictions of like drama, will it continue? I think majority said yes. Some people were saying in the chat that, you know, they need the drama to continue and I guess grow or maintain what they're currently getting, maybe. If we just type onto Lance, okay? Because this was the other point I wanted to talk about, okay? And it was to do with Lance must have done a live stream like 11, 12 hours ago, I think. They were in the car near to the farm, just randomly talking casually. That wasn't the significant part, not about the drama part, none of that. It was just more of an observation for what I noticed. Like, I know it's snowing there, it's like winter time, it's quite rough, it's bleak out there. The snow does look thick, quite thick and deep. So yeah, I can imagine it being quite messy and difficult. And if you tie it in with the Dylan Brown's case, no matter who is looking for Dylan, right, or where they're from, if they're looking right now, or recently at least, I mean, how rough is it, okay? Like, that person could Grandma Bunny, was it? I think it was Grandma Bunny with the green profile picture. She'd been saying that she's been out there recently, or at the moment out there, and it's like, how difficult is it though? You know, it must be hard due to like the terrain. Certain areas it might be a bit slippy, like the rocks. Not being able to look at the ground as you normally would because it's just white, you know? That's what I'm thinking. And the only other point I just want to add in, okay, more of a question, okay? So if anyone can answer it, feel free to do so. So Put aside main roads and highways which might have lights, better maintained, managed better. When you get the roads which aren't used as much or maintained and it's just full of snow covered over, just like how the surrounding area is, such as Montello, such as, I guess, Lucin, you get all those dirt roads in the desert. Because it's white all over, how do you know where to drive? Like, how can you follow the dirt road if visually you just can't see it? Does anyone have an answer? Because I wouldn't know. Okay. It'd just be interesting to know, because even like with Heavy D, is it Heavy D? Or is it Little D? I'm getting confused. Diesel Brothers. When they went out there, not such as Lucin, but when they've been in other places within Utah, when it's been snowing, and you just can't see the road. And it's like, are you gonna, drive off, not the edge of a cliff or mountain, because you can obviously see where that ends, right, the overhang. But like, are you gonna accidentally drive down a ditch? Are you gonna suddenly crash into a boulder of rocks on the side if you can't see them? It's like, how do people manage? What do you use to follow? Do you ever get lost? Lose sense of the path because you can't see it? I'm just thinking like complete contrast, but in terms of not being able to see if like you're walking in some areas like in the UK where it's flooded in the past and like nearby, you're walking through the water, might be up to your knees or just under at a point in time. And because everywhere is at the same water level, you can't see where the curb is, where it meets with the road. So if you're walking, let's say, down the pathway, as you would, and you're about to cross the road, so you don't know where it ends, and then your foot goes down, it makes you like jump or something. Now, I've not really been in that situation, but I've seen others, okay? Or like if you had a hole in the ground, right? You're walking along through all this water, you can't see what's in front, and then what? Next step, you go down the hole and then you're screwed. It must be a shock, right? So I guess the same happens with snow, especially the thick layers. So whether it be walking or driving, it's just yet another added layer of potential danger, I guess. When Ellen showed her point of view from Montello, I think the vehicle she was in was the Polaris. I don't know how you say it, but I know what they're talking about. I did see it within Heavy D's videos as well. Now, do they just have normal wheels? Is it off-road wheels? You can get some with tracks on as well, can't you? And obviously you can put chains on wheels too. But like, seeing that video by Ellen, how thick the snow was, yeah, you saw the path or the road going downwards, but it looked like someone already driven through it. So like, if you were out there for the first time and everything's at the same level, it could be a bit deceiving, right? Also, speaking of Montello, another point I just wanted to add in briefly, just in case you didn't know. If you go on, I think it's Google Earth, or it might be Google Maps, one of the two. It might be Google Earth, Cowboy and Bar, okay? And you check those photos out, you scroll through it, guess what shows up? I know some people might know, but others won't, especially if you're a new viewer. If you go to the Cowboy Bar and Grill in Montello, look at the photos on Google Earth, the mystery machine is parked outside of it. Scooby-Doo, the mystery machine. So, I mean, out of all the things that could show up, and something like that shows up at the wrong time, of course, not during an actual case or mystery. Have they ever been seen again? What happened to poor Scooby-Doo? Right, Shaggy? I mean, I hope he wasn't fed by a pig. My God, that'd be rough. But yeah, I think all that little talk out of the way, just to introduce, warm up, kind of. Let's move over to the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page. There's at least like 3 different posts to take a look at. Alright, so the first one, 12 hours ago it was, by Kristen Forbes, saying, Lord, I pray daily, something is to come out, something is to be said. 4 college kids were murdered and they solved it, so well, why can't they do the same to the Dylan Rounds case? Where is he? Someone give Lil something to still have some hope he is gonna be home soon. Give us hope that this case is still alive, that it's still open and that something is being done. Give us light of hope, still give us something. Okay, so maybe this person did speech to text, a little bit wonky, okay? But let's see what's just being talked about here. Shauna says, because they had time to clean it up and there's several involved to pull it off, I would say. Okay. So the first bit, comment made by Shauna, I will actually, I guess, incorporate that into my video a bit later with the map part because I've not really talked about it enough. I keep forgetting to, and it's quite important, so I will add that in. Julie says, Moscow was treated as a crime scene from the beginning. Dylan's case was treated as a missing person because they refused to listen to the family when they told police this is not like him. Something is wrong, so evidence was lost and compromised. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Bit more proactiveness, right? I mean, just give your thoughts down below. Has there ever been a time where a missing person case, not like true crime, not a crime scene, not a murder scene, but has there ever been a time where a simple missing person case has ever been treated as a crime scene or a scene that is taped off at least? Okay, so maybe not a crime scene, but a place where you can't enter and it's just being searched to find any clues. Has that ever happened? Like, if the last known location was like at a shop, then maybe you would corner off the shop, tape it, maybe take a look inside, maybe take a look at the CCTV, make sure no one else comes in so they don't compromise the CCTV. So technically it's still classified as a possible scene, right? So I think even in the Dylan Rounds case, if Dylan's last known location was somewhere around here, then it should have been taped even before it was treated as like a crime scene, right? Because like where else do you focus in when it's in the middle of a desert, right? And it's so sparse and empty out and around. But yeah, a bit about saying evidence was lost and compromised. Compromised, I guess, would have been like the vehicle data, Brenner's phone data, stuff like that. As for evidence lost, same thing, I guess. Mary responds back saying Moscow was investigated by police. Dylan was done by clowns who, in my opinion, know exactly who and what was done with Dylan. God will reveal it all. Okay. Amber adds in and says, our authorities wanted the Moscow crime solved. It seems to not be here. I live about an hour from Moscow, Idaho. There are a couple of people with some dodgy typing. Francis Muller says, Moscow police kept all evidence to themselves, in brackets as they should. The public was unhappy with the police, as were the families of the victims. The big difference is these two cases was 4 bodies, compared to the Dylan, which is likely 1. I agree that Box Elder police showed dereliction of duty from the start. Megan Cook says, exactly, but treated as crime scene from beginning, hard work and lots of hours working the case. Yeah, I mean, Aussie people in the chat will know more about the Moscow case, but more proactive, right? I would argue that maybe the 2 driving factors to why it was treated more serious, aside from maybe the obvious different style, different type of police, would be the fact that 4 people were murdered and that they were present at the scene. So it was kind of easier and more telling of what needed to be done and how procedures should follow next. And the fact that it was in a more urban area compared to Dylan, right? So I guess closer to the police station, wherever that is, quicker response rate, stuff like that. There's always factors. That's why I say if Dylan was If Dylan went missing maybe in Wendover, or more so Salt Lake City, it probably would have been treated a lot quicker and might have been a bit more of a serious approach. Now, you can disagree with me if you want. You can list that down below to what you think would have happened. And yeah. Although I haven't followed it, any updates on the Idaho 4 case? Like, if you've been following it with time, has there been any more twists or turns, any surprises or shocks, or is it like straightforward at this moment in time? Feel free to add a response. Okay. So I think that's it for this first post. Let's move on to the next. So this post is actually by Candice Cooley from 16 hours ago. And the caption is, "I am so thankful that Dylan's friends took his snow machine up and entered it, and he won. Dylan has always been all about the vintage snow machines. I can see him smiling." Okay, interesting. Just get rid of that. So I guess that's Dylan's snow machine, also known as a snowmobile, right? Okay. Got a little trophy there too. It's a John Deere one, from the looks of it, or the John Deere sticker is on it. Kind of fitting, considering, Dylan is farming, right? It kind of looks old, kind of retro, or maybe that's just the colouring of it discoloured. What are the comments like? We will get back to it just above in a second because there's some interesting points to take note of. But let's just see if there's any interesting comments. I have a Yamaha. Isn't it a keyboard? So cool. Great tribute. Says he has amazing friends. Interesting. You'll see where I'm going to go with this point, okay? So shout out to anyone here that might be in the chat right now. Says, "That is wonderful. What a great bunch of friends Dylan had. Sometimes people do things that touch you so deeply. Thanks for sharing this moment." Dylan, the camaraderie. Quite a few comments. It's mainly just in support. What a wonderful thing to do. I think that's what we're just going to get. Oh, what's this? Who's this person? What's this? Absolutely awesome. I saw the Facebook video post and I was wondering if it was the same Dylan Rounds. Where's this video post? I'd love to watch it. It's just a video when they announced the winners in categories. His name was mentioned at 1:27 time. I copied a Facebook page. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Okay, do we check that out now? I guess we could try it. What's this? Lakeside Lodge. Oh, the photos are there, but I don't know if I'll be able to check it. See all photos? No, it won't let me. That's a shame. All right, there we go. Never mind. The bit where it says though about the names, what did it exactly mean by that? Like whose name exactly? Right, let's go back to the top. So just to briefly analyse this, if you're not aware. Okay. First of all, this. From the looks of it visually, this appears to be the one what we've seen in Dylan Round's TikTok profile, where it looked like it was a older photo of Dylan sat on it, and then there was that support Trump voting thing on top of the profile picture, I believe. So it checks out as the same one, so I guess that confirms that. What do we have here? Class, can't quite read that. Make John Deere, model trail fee, year 1982. That's quite old. So it's hashtag 10. I guess that's like the number. What does the class say? Unrested. Owner, Dylan Rounds. So from the looks of it, you could get confused and think, oh, is this some kind of retro photo from the past when Dylan entered a competition? No. Basically, you see this trophy here, 2023. Very recent. Okay, 2023, obviously, because it's a new year. It's right now. So how did Dylan win this if he's not around? Well, it can be explained if you didn't already know or internalize it. Dylan Round's friends, whoever those friends are, I guess one of them at least. I mean, is it like a race, or is it just like who's got the best snow machine? It must be who's got the best snow machine. Yeah. Yeah, it must be, because it's not saying anything about racing. But yeah. Actually, what's that in the background there? Parking. So they must just park. It must be like a car meet, right? You know, like where people get into some kind of like competition with the cars, park them up, judges come about, mark them up, who's got the best one, right? Best looking, or the best backstory to it. So yeah, that makes sense. And basically what the friends have done is used Dylan's snowmobile in the competition in honour of Dylan under his name, just so happened to win. So it's like honouring Dylan and his legacy and his memory, which I guess is a positive thing. So that's interesting, that. When we look at the condition of this, it kind of looks a bit worn, but I guess with the age of it, what do you expect? In the background, the seat itself looks kind of worn, the leather kind of peeled off. But yeah, the next point I want to get into now, taking into mind the comments as well, where they're saying Dylan had great friends, and then Candy's here talking about the friends doing it for him. Oh, it's all good. It's like, why, put aside Dylan's best friend. Why are we only hearing about this now? What I'm trying to say, like, we tie everything all in all, and what Candice Cooley has said in the past. Dylan in Lucin, farming, it's very quiet. He hasn't got any friends visiting him. You get what I'm saying? I don't know where Dylan Round's friends live. If they're far away, maybe that's why they can't visit. But you get what I'm saying? I don't want to say it myself, or I'm not quite sure how to exactly put it into words. So, kind of like what Jim Terry was saying about, oh, if the parents really cared, why would they dump him in Lucin, where it's dangerous and there's criminals about? Why would you do that? There must be other reasons. You could also throw in the point of, if Dylan had such great friends, why are they only showing up now or acting in some positive way when before that there wasn't really much talk about them? And then to back that point up before people start calling one out in a negative way, you can say, yeah, but Candice Cooley, the way she worded it was like Dylan was kind of desperate to go to Montello or the nearest place to meet up with people, to maybe interact in a way, because Dylan's actual friends didn't really seem to visit him. The only people that took interest in Dylan were either the possible suspects or just like much older people that kind of like don't know Dylan at first, but kind of made maybe an effort to know him in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if it fully applies here, but sometimes, or maybe often in life, where the only time people like seem to care is when something's gone wrong and it's like too late past that point. So are we seeing that here now, or is it just because we're only now hearing about Dylan Round's other friends? Because all this time, at least, before seeing this post, I was always under the impression that really, from what I've heard as well, Dylan like only had one friend, and that was JD. Okay, JD. Not to get confused with JB. JB is James Brenner. JD is Dylan Round's friend. And that's how it was always worded as. And JD, I've not really seen any videos or interviews of him. Supposedly with this documentary, he's not really participated in it as much as like family members have. Probably numerous reasons why, private ones and personal reasons too, fair enough. But, you know, I'd say JD is probably one of the few that's been in the background quite a bit, not really appearing much at all, kind of like in the shadows. I know you can say the same about maybe like the Dylan's grandparents or so, but they supposedly make an appearance in the documentary and show their face in an interview from the looks of it, so you might see a different side then. But as for JD, not really showed up much. And it's interesting, like, it probably doesn't really mean too much, but quite a few people say Dylan Round's friend, JD, Dylan Round's friend, JD. And then the odd person has said best friend, and it's like, how close are they really? You know, are they best friends? Are they distant friends? Are they just friends? You know, what type of level? And I know some people can say, does it really matter? Well, as for the Kenny Veach case where it was like, this person is claiming to be the girlfriend, but technically they're the ex-girlfriend. And then in one video, Kenny Veach referred to her as just a friend, and then it's a girlfriend, then it's not. And it's like so back and forth that a certain status which is so muddled and mismatched. It's as if, who's right? Is one person delusional, the other one isn't? Is one person trying to pretend to be something they're not? Like, how well do they know each other? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? So it's like just trying to work out what's the case here. I mean, anyone in the chat right now, just like a simple question, right? We'll do it more as a poll, okay? Were any of you, when seeing this right now, were any of you previously aware Dylan Rounds had friends outside of Montello, I assume, the way it's worded here, okay? Excluding JD, right? Were you aware of this, or was it a first time hearing about it? Sure, it might have been said in maybe a past live stream, but because it's not extremely significant, it probably would have only been talked about very briefly. So you can't know everything, right? So I think that, just provides a little backstory into that. Just before we move on to the next post, there was this other photo uploaded by Danielle Cooley Hampton. I guess they're a Cooley related family member. And this is a photo of Dylan, and this is 3 years ago, which is interesting. So you're getting another new photo of Dylan, right? So you can observe, see how he looks, his height, because that's what people have been saying. We need more photos of Dylan so we can compare, contrast. So maybe this helps. I don't know where it's exactly at. I'm not sure if this is a photo Dylan participated in the past 3 years ago, similar to the same competition place as what Candy's Cooley posted with Dylan Round's friends, re-entering him in and him winning this time maybe. What does it say there? It says Rampage. Oh, okay. Is this the same one, or is this a different? It looks different, this one. This is John Deere. The model is called Rampage, and this year is 1971. Owner Dylan Rounds. Okay, so this is Dylan Rounds' snowmobile. Okay, different to the one what we saw beforehand. Right, I see. Okay. Now, is it like a racing competition, or is it just who's got the best looking snowmobile? It's not really said. But as you look on the right, you've got Dylan Rounds. I mean, if you really want to do an analysis to see, what type of footwear is he wearing, we can do that in a second. But let's work up. So he's got his John Deere hat on, okay, which we have seen previously in photos. Very similar to the one Brenner wears. Some people were suggesting, in the past, did Brenner steal Dylan Round's clothes? I mean, Was it some kind of like psychological warfare? Was it like what serial killers do, where they take like an item from someone after? And there was a bit back and forth, but I think for the most part of it was cleared up and said, well, you know, out there, many people wear John Deere clothing and hats. And if you're working as like a farmhand, if you're working custom farming, you might given a uniform, you might get given the hat, or you might be able to buy it from a shop nearby. So it's common, okay? I guess the only thing you could say or could do, but you got to find Dylan first of all, is like with the boot situation, right? We know the boots are not on Dylan. What about other bits of clothing? What about Dylan's cap, what he was wearing at the time? Let's say it was the John Deere hat, right? And you found Dylan Rounds buried, let's just say, and he wasn't wearing his hat. You could maybe slant the argument and say, well, maybe that's because Brenner's wearing it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I mean, has the police DNA tested Brenner's hat just to even just like reinforce that it is his and not Dylan's? Has anyone actually done that yet? Because I guess there's no harm. As for Dylan Brown's clothing, looks like he's wearing a hoodie from the looks of it. What's a flannel t-shirt? What's a flannel shirt? I've never heard of that before. Is that like dodgy American slang or something? From the looks of what he's wearing here is a hoodie. Okay, kind of like a bit woolly, kind of insulated with a hood as well. I don't know if it's the exact same clothing as what he wore when going missing. Maybe kind of similar. He's got like overalls on or some kind of skiing, like winter type clothing, overalls. I don't know what you exactly call it. I do remember Heavy D wearing something similar, which goes over the rest of your clothing. He's got his gloves on, which look quite thick. And then I guess the trousers, it might be a one piece, the whole thing, like the black overalls, a one piece, yeah. And then as for the boots, it's kind of hard to tell. What's the other guy wearing? The other guy seems to be wearing either hiking shoes or maybe like snowshoes with spikes in, so you don't slip about. I'm not quite sure. But as for Dylan, what boots is he wearing there? Does anyone know? Will it just be like snow boots, or will it be Dylan's actual boots? I don't know. 3 years ago. But yeah, you can talk about it in the chat if you want. I mean, I'll be honest, I've never seen Dylan Round's boots. You know, the ones that were found near the dirt mound. I've never seen a photo of them. Has anyone seen a photo? Has there been any more? Like, any other channels covering it? I know. Well, is it worth bringing it up? I guess we can briefly. So when it came to Dylan in the past, and we saw him on that little Segway, like little hoverboard thing with the wheels, and he seemed to have like a black like droplet on his boot or something, and then fast forward to the blood situation of a dot found on the shoe, on the boot, it was like, oh. But then, because I've not really looked at it since, because I only like looked at it once, and then I'm sure Pancakes responded back saying, ha ha, I edited it, or it was my shoe, or I faked it. And it's like, okay, well done. You know what I'm saying? Was it truly cleared up that? I mean, if the police say it's blood, right? And it must be somewhat fresh. So whatever droplet was on the boot, if it was, or not edited, let's say, previous, then most likely it was like an older boot or something like oil mark, stain. But nevertheless, they've got the boots, right? It's more about finding Dylan and some other maybe items along the way. I mean, in your mindsets, where would you say you're at within the case? Do you feel like this is it? All we need to find is Dylan now, and then it's like over and done with? From what Lance said in his recent video, he was saying how they've already got a case against Brenner enough to send him down. They're just kind of like waiting on a few bits and bobs, such as the body. Like, the way I envision it, right, is, okay, Brenner gets sent down, let's say, for Dylan's disappearance, and it's like justice been served, but then you'll still get people out there trying to look for Dylan, right? I guess Lance, Ty, when he does it himself, wherever it may be, whenever, right? You probably still get channels referring back to the case here and there, right? If it's still treated as, well, where's Dylan? So like the pancakes, the Terry's, okay, not Terry's orange, but Jim Terry, right? You can't eat him. It'll still, that's where the drama will hold, right? Not so much in all the other stuff. Why does that keep slanting? Not so much in all the other stuff, but more to do with Dylan himself, right? So, like, if there is justice, everything's going wrong. Fuck's sake. At least the lid was on. Blessing, okay? Speaking of which, let me just do a quick blessing. No, actually, I'm not going to try that because, you know, the lid of it, the last time I did it, I almost wet myself. The floor got wet. I'm going to splash the water there. That's when the audio probably got messed up. Do not want to touch anything, right? Probably cursed. Keep it as it is. Don't worry, Linda. Don't worry. I'm not siphoning what do you call it? Vodka into this. It's water. I've been attending my AA meetings. Not at all. But yeah, I think even if Brenner was sent down because the case was strong enough, drama would follow on after it, as long as Dylan is missing, right? People squabbling, switching and changing, like, where's Dylan really at, right? I think still at this moment in time, right? Because it will be interesting to see the level of drama, the level of resistance, because the more I think about it now, right, and you can disagree if you want, most of the drama is kind of through rumours at the same time and maybe misunderstandings. And quite a few of those rumours, misunderstandings, stories shared, whether it be supposedly by locals or random other people out there calling in for whatever reason, it's more to do with events leading up to Dylan's disappearance and people who could be involved, right? So if Brenner was the only guy to be responsible and there was enough proof to prove it, evidence, and he got sent down, but they still haven't found Dylan, how much drama remains? Because surely you filter out a lot of it because it's like, well, that person's been sent down, it's been proven, case closed. So all that drama, all those rumours about who could be responsible, who's in the background, maybe that disperses, maybe, right? Or do you think it might strengthen? It might lead to more conspiracies. Thinking, well, Dylan's still missing. Maybe someone's taken the rap. Maybe there's other people out there, right? I guess it depends. I think the more progress, the closer you get, and if it's in the right direction, you might start seeing some of the tension loosen, reduce down, and especially the driving forces such as certain YouTube channels, if they don't mention it as much, don't refer back to it as much, because it's like, well, there's not as much more to do now. It's like, maybe it'll be a bit quieter. Though, it makes me wonder, I wonder what happens next with like other channels, like what cases do they cover? Do they move on to another case, or do they just keep doing whatever they're doing right now? Whether it be like a circus show, random time to talk, Shack Lady, will the Shack Lady still do 10-hour long live streams? You know what I'm saying? Because quite a few of these channels have emerged because of the Dylan Rounds case. So once the Dylan Rounds case has been solved, or is almost solved, let's just say, then what happens to these channels? Just out of interest, right? I mean, as for my channel, there is like, as for like the sound, the music stuff, no, I'm not collaborating with Brookie, but my own like music and sounds I've created. I've got like 47 of this, 26 of that. I mean, There's so much like stuff in like the background to upload, not in length, very short stuff, but there is a lot in the reserves, right? And then obviously Kenny Veach, right? You can still keep that alive, even if it's just briefly talking about it, like how it's going here with the Dylan Rounds case. And then as for like other cases, like maybe Aidan Clune, have a little look at that, because there's a few articles, there's a bit of understanding behind it, at least from my point of view, right? But like, this is the thing, and I will add a prediction in right now. Just like the times of when I've been like, oh yeah, I'll take a break, I'll have a break from YouTube, and right round the corner something happens and it's like, oh shit. Okay, like within the Dylan Rounds case. The way I see it is, at some point, the most likely will be at least one more twist, shock, surprise, whichever one you call it, shock, surprise, twist in the story. There'll be at least one more coming up. When exactly, I don't know, but it could be at a time where you think, oh, it's dying off now completely, or oh, it looks like it's been resolved now, and then something kicks in, whether it be by like a person or people in a certain area, Lucin, Utah. That's what I'm kind of thinking, right? Just feels like it. There could be one more to come, right? So with that out the way, let's just return back to the final Facebook post and see what that's got to say. So this was 18th January at 17:21 by Dylan Dowling. And he said, just food for thought. Just became aware for this today and I've done some digging. Has anyone checked in that dirt pile where his boots were found? In brackets, edit. I'm also 19 years old, the same age, same name. I also love farming and this just really doesn't sit well as a new father. Another edit. Thank you everyone that is still wanting answers even though we have nothing to do with his family. Right, okay. See the comments first of all. Candice Cooley seems to have responded. Jeremiah says, of course, it has been searched. Dylan Dowling says, sorry, just wanted a couple more interviews last night about some stuff. Katie, Dylan, you ask if you can't find the answer. We are here to help each other find Dylan. Okay. What does Candice say? Candice Cooley says, please watch the interviews in the featured tab if you are unfamiliar with the story. It will answer your questions. Yes, that dirt pile was searched. Okay. So, from my point of view, I would say, at least, this is probably the first time Candice Cooley has said yes without saying no. Okay? Don't reply saying, I actually just listened to some interviews that you were sat down at and I should have kept watching before I commented. No need to apologise, just wanted to let you know. Right. What did I say? They've checked the entire area and rechecked. I brought in drones and then checked again. The barn was checked, his trailer was checked, his truck was checked. There'd been nothing left unchecked on Dylan's property. Pate Wilson Smith. Who's this person? I don't know. Oh, it's probably just the way I read it. I thought it said I. They've. Oh, okay. So this person seems very confident. Dylan says, I just watched some more videos. I'm going back to listen and look at the maps. So obviously you do know a lot. Is Jim the same guy as James? Brenner? Yep, same person. Just a shorter name. Brenda! What does Brenda say? No need to be snarky in responses here. Not everyone has been aware or following the same amount of time. True. I was thinking the same thing. Not everyone knows all the details. Like, this is the thing. You move into a case, right? Especially when it's already underway. You kind of like a fish in an aquarium full of sharks, right? You make the wrong move, you get bitten immediately. It's like, whoa, calm down. Like, what can you do? Especially if you're on short notice. You got to try and pick up as much information as you can quickly and internalize it. It's not always like doable or possible. Like, if you don't like cover the cases and you can just like casually check on in, chime in, listen to this and that, and try and arrange it in your own time, then I guess it's a bit easier. But like if you have some schedule, some kind of coverage, right? You want to inform your viewers about something or help them understand it, or maybe try and add in your own thoughts to what's currently in the pool. There's a lot to do, I guess. But if there was like a universal method in which you could catch up on the latest updates, as well as kind of know roughly about the past, about a case, the events following, leading up and after, and then you can sink your teeth in afterwards, then that's probably the best approach. But, you know, with every case being kind of different, whether it be the actual theme, the actual crime itself, or the type, the area, the environment, how it was handled, the lack or the amount of material, quality, quantity, you know, you can't always cross over, right? I have managed from Kenny to Dylan, but I think that's more to do with the environment, right, and the usage of maps. That's been kind of a big helping point. The only other thing is as for population, the population of Lucin is greater compared to, I guess, like Jermay Canyon, right? Because no one's living in Jermay Canyon. I know some people will be on the outer skirts of Las Vegas, but, you know. I'm just trying to think, just very quickly, it just reminded me, I'm just trying to think what was said now or who said it. I think it was Ty Corbin. Okay, so Ty Corbin, if you're here now, feel free to confirm it. Because I'm sure I saw a comment by you in one of the past live video premieres. And I don't know if it was to do with you being in Vegas at the time or if you were elsewhere like Wendover. I remember me highlighting the point about Scott Natal when during his time in Las Vegas he went around the homeless community looking for Kenny Veach because he might be trying to blend in, right? It was unsuccessful, but he did attempt, he did ask about, and from the looks of it, no one knew who Kenny Veach was, but he documented it all. And I'm sure Ty Corbin said he was going to do the same thing. I just don't know if it's happened yet, and I can't quite remember where. I'm sure Las Vegas was mentioned. But why would Dylan be homeless? Well, yeah, it's probably very unlikely unless he's like been forced to, or he just wanted to get away from things, get away from people, blend into the background, so not to be noticed, but at the same time to be around other people, some kind of community, that might help him. But if that was the case, where exactly would they show up? Because like with Las Vegas and the way stories have been told, you got these homeless people laying about maybe in the streets near the sidewalk. You'll get like little homeless dens on the outer skirts of the city. And then Scott Natal was saying that in some areas of the desert, not too far out, where the caves are, you've got homeless people laying down on cardboard. You know what I'm saying? So that far out in that type of terrain, does the same happen with Lucin Montello? Because from the looks of it, most of the people in Montello are living in trailers, right? Okay, some people could say, well, it's not the best. Your person might be living in kind of like a house type trailer type thing. But is there anyone literally homeless in Montello or Lucin? That's what I'm wondering. Like, because they seem to have like, from the looks of it visually, better conditions compared to like the people sleeping rough in Las Vegas. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. The only reason why I say that was like if there was like homelessness nearby, then maybe that's where Dylan's gone. But if there's not really any homeless people around, then if Dylan was to join that community, then he would have to travel further, which probably isn't the case or not that likely. I mean, maybe Salt Lake City, some people within there, those communities, but that's too far away. But I just remember Ty Corbin saying he was going to possibly search around and ask homeless people. Just correct me if I'm wrong, again. Anything else here to look at? to me, I don't feel like they're being snarky. It's been 9 months on, so I kind of get if people seem on edge about this case. On edge. Would you say people are on edge? I don't know about me. Like, is it like the thing where... well, actually, I don't know. To be honest, when I think of it, at the beginning, people were a little bit critical and had high standards. But ever since, if people make a slip-up or a mistake, you don't seem to get, like, witch-hunted as much now, right? Kayla says, I followed this case, but not to that extent, and I still don't know that the questions you asked were addressed. I feel some of the comments could have been better worded, but you handled it well. I mean, yeah, there's been people that watch my videos regularly and have left comments saying, so what happened? Or was this ever found? What about this? What about that? And, you know, your initial response could, well, from other humans at least, could be like, ooh, are you not even watching? Like, how do you not know? But there's no need for that, right? If someone just asks a question, if you're able to, you just answer it, right? It's that simple. If it's really, if it takes too much time to answer the question, you can just simply provide a link to the video that does talk about it, right? That's what I've done at least. So it's not that difficult. Linda, oh, we got another Linda. What's this one? Oh my God, Linda with a cat profile picture. Oh no. This pen's called Linda Fellenschweet. How you say the name? So 7 months and a bit, so concerning, but I think things are happening. Well, yeah, from the looks of it. Just depends when it will be released. Dylan says, I mainly was wondering since I seen this if they like moved the dirt pile or used sonar. Also, same with the grain, but by this time it would produce the smell. If I had to figure out what the smell of death was the hard way when my cow got struck by lightning. So if he was within a 5-mile radius and isn't alive, you'd be able to smell him when the breeze blows. But I guess the difference is that cow, that was on the surface level, like on the ground in view, so the scent there. But if you're buried underground, it kind of maybe suppresses the scent a little bit. Ground penetrating sonar. I'm pretty sure Heavy D used a sonar drone. Something like that. Full spectral drone. And Equisearch do the same. Yeah. Seems to be a little bit of resistance here. And it shouldn't be too resistant because from previous reports, what we've seen and how people have responded, and a few people that don't know what's going on here, and yet they seem to follow the case quite close to Candice. Maybe that's where they're going wrong. Julie, is that a picture of a bear? Or a tiger? I don't know. As I want to thank you for posting and showing empathy for the case. I think it's good to bring this to the forefront. Okay. Same culture as he does. Yeah, working the drought farm. Candice, I think Dylan often, and then the pain must have, yeah. Has been over this a million times and she's mentioned that there is questions. There could have been in saved files at top. Hopefully this will be helpful. Okay, calm down. She let me know, thanks. Okay. Where's the comments gone? Must have been deleted. Oh, I wonder why comments being deleted then. Hi, Dylan. At the top of the page, yeah. What's this? Please don't feel that you need to apologise to those who are choosing to comment rudely instead. So this is what I mean. Despite it being a community here, supposedly a presence where everyone's all in consensus with one another, you might get a few hardliners that will defend Candice all the way till the end. You thought there would have been a bit more stability here, right? Supposedly this is where all the grown-ups hang out. This is where like all the people that relate and are emotionally touched and show empathy and understanding to the case, the persons involved and the family. And yet what we're seeing at times are a bunch of people that don't really know what's going on, kind of outdated information and being cocky to one another. So whilst it's okay to criticise people over and over again, like on the YouTube community page and say, what a joke, what a circus performance, the same's happening here in a way, right? So it's no better. Oh my God, it's like 2 squirrels like going around a tree, round and round, trying to chase each other. Wow. They've just reached the top. and now they've disappeared. Interesting. Okay. Anything else? Welcome to the group. Did they take dogs into the area? I watched a video where it was said something about the wash where walls could have collapsed. Did dogs get taken into there? Most likely, yeah, from the Equisearch. Dogs have been brought in. Listen to the interview, trailer. Of course, these items had no prints or gloves were used. Too bad there wasn't a security camera. Yeah. I mean, I know like the camera could have like shown who was responsible for like bringing the stuff back. Okay, how about this? Let's do a poll right now. If some kind of security camera was out there on the farm and it captured the person responsible for returning the key fob and gun, would that have led to finding Dylan? Or would it have just have led to new breakthroughs and more progress and quicker? Or do you think it could have just resulted in a dead end where maybe the person is caught out, maybe seen as responsible, gets taken to one of the jails, whether it be the same one as Brenner or not, and they decide not to talk, or they shift the blame onto Chase Venstra once again, and then it's like, we're not really getting anywhere here. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, I guess, with this case. Sometimes, at least. You think you're making progress, but you're only just getting closer to a dead-end wall, which was ahead of the journey anyway. What was this? Also, that doesn't mean gloves were used. All you have to do is wipe the gun with a cloth and boom, no more prints. Same with the shells from the gun. Also, has it been discharged? I took it as yes. That hasn't been released one way or other. Candy said there is going to be an update soon. I so hope they have some new leads. This case needs to move forwards for the family's sake. Okay. I think that'll do. I'm sure a lot of them. Okay. So, with all that in mind, let's move on to the 28th, the day Dylan was supposedly murdered and went missing, to look at the phone pings and give you my updated thoughts on the matter, okay? Right, what I want to do is not like retell the whole story all over again, because I think up to a certain point it makes sense, right? Like the 26th, 27th leading into the 28th. Now, there is some questions around the 25th, but that can be a standalone video. Okay, don't you worry, I've got you covered there. It might be shorter, but it might be a bit more straight to the point. I guess we'll see, okay? Well, first of all, 28th, right? The bit about Dylan, I guess, waking up in the morning, right? Going down to the gate, approaching the grain shed. That seems to check out. We don't need to really go over that part. The phone ping at that point makes sense. It's within Dylan's possession, right? The second phone ping, which doesn't seem to quite show on here. It's over this way. You saw the second phone ping being over here at the grain shed roundabout roughly. That would make sense as well, right? And the third one is the one in question, which was over here. And this is just like a rough line of the route that could have been taken when walking back if it was Dylan, right? As I've said previously. And at this point, first of all, we're hearing what's been said over the last few weeks, right? About the blood situation. It was blood found in the grain shed, but then you got the likes of Tom Evans saying it's not 100% confirmed, okay? But there seems to be something found within the grain shed, with Candice Cooley way back in the past saying this is where it happened, all on this day, in this area, in this spot, right? I guess if you try and tie it together, one thing with another, and it's been spread out so long, these observations and findings, whether it be 100% confirmed or maybe 75% confirmed, right? They all seem to tie in line with one another, whether it be in similarity or in order of events. And pairing that with the phone pings, now I've come to that point. I can't say conclusion, but I can say point stage where my opinion might have changed slightly, right? Let me know if you agree. Let me know if your idea has changed since, right? I feel that this third phone ping wasn't by Dylan. That maybe it could have been by Brenner, possibly. You might be wondering, why is that? How would you be able to back that up? Well, let's just go all the way back up here. With Dylan and his phone ping, the second one, in this area at the grain shed, it makes sense. At this point, this is probably getting very close to when Dylan was attacked, whether it be ambushed, an accidental death somehow, or it was a direct confrontation, right? Bangs it off with Candice Cooley saying it happened all in here, in the grain shed on the day, with the blood supposedly being found in there as well. And I think with the poll what I did last night, there was a fair few people that believed that Dylan didn't have the chance after parking the grain truck to walk back to his farm. So if you take that into mind as well, right, piece it all together, you'd maybe under the assumption, the mindset, and from at least my point of view at this moment in time of speaking, from what I've heard and gathered, that Dylan might have parked his truck in the grain shed because it was parked there, right? Unless it was Brenner that did it, whichever way round. Dylan was hurt in the process inside of the shed, or the pole barn, whichever one you want to call it. Would have been some kind of methods used to, actually cause blood to come out of Dylan. The exact quantity, right, of blood as well would be in question. Was there a significant amount of blood or a small amount of blood? If it was only a small amount, you could still say, well, maybe a nosebleed, broken nose, got punched, right? If it's significant amount of blood loss, probably shot, hit with a blunt instrument that caused kind of like bleeding, right? That's what I'm thinking. You could argue that maybe the grain truck was parked by Brenner in an attempt to maybe cover up the blood that was on the ground, so it would dry up and no one would see it if it's underneath the truck. That's the way of looking at it, because previously I was trying to think, if that's where Dylan was laying on the floor, how could the truck be in the same area if it's obstructing on top of that part? You literally run the truck over Dylan, which won't really make much sense. I mean, we'll do a poll now, and maybe we kind of have said it before in a different way, but whether it be accidental or a planned form of torture, depending how twisted the person wants to get. Kind of like how people in the past have been talking about the event of Justin Rounds running over Candice Cooley in his truck and him getting in trouble. Do you think at any point in the day, maybe Brenner or someone ran over Dylan in the grain truck? Whether it be accidental, whether it be planned, or if it's to finish Dylan off. So like, how to word this without sounding too weird? Let's say if you punched Dylan, hit him, or maybe temporarily choked him, became unconscious or just fell to the ground, slightly wounded in some way or another, then got the truck and then ran him over because Dylan couldn't move and someone crushed him. Do you know, it sounds bad, but like what ISIS have done when they used a military tank and literally ran over a prisoner with the actual tank. So it's kind of rough. Not good. Do you think that could have happened here, or would it just been straight to the point, no torture, no messing around? I know some people have said previously that possibility that Dylan died slowly, like whether it be shot in a non-fatal area immediately and died of blood loss, something like that. I mean, do we have any past reports of Brenner making someone suffer, or was it just a quick, on-the-spot fit of rage and nothing more? That's the other thing we've got to ask ourselves, right? But yeah, I feel that it seems to slant more to this is the point. Whether Dylan was successful or not in parking the grain truck, it happened some way or another. And this was probably the end point of Dylan. So why would the next phone ping be back at the farm? Well, you got to think about it. Dylan and his gun, right? Dylan supposedly keeps his gun in his truck at all times. That's how it's been worded. That's what most people have said. That's what Candice Cooley has said. So you could, well, I said previously that maybe Dylan walked back, right? Rotate. Walked back all the way to his farm. And maybe later on in the day, whether it be Kurt Wadsworth, whether it be Brenner, Don, someone, them all together, who knows, maybe called back Dylan via the phone and said, hey, you need to come down, we need to have a discussion, and then there was an ambush. I don't think that probably happened. And the reason why I say that is because the gun was missing. And I don't think if Dylan was to walk to his farm and then receive a call from some guys, he would have then took the gun out of his truck, locked it, and then walked back to the grain shed. What I feel, it's a bit of a weird one if you think too deep, but just hang with me. Once whatever was done to Dylan, I feel like maybe Brenner took a journey down to Dylan's farm that could explain possible track marks around the area, maybe. Brenner may have been looking about. We could even possibly tie in the previous concept and idea with Dylan's trailer, right? How it looked a bit of a mess, but at the same time it kind of looked a little bit clean in some spots. Was someone looking for something back then? Could it be Brenner, right? Brenner searching for Dylan's gun, maybe because Brenner just wants it for himself, or he needs to use it to finish off Dylan, so then he doesn't incriminate his own gun, possibly. Brenner eventually finds it, takes the gun. Now what about the phone ping? Maybe Brenner had Dylan's phone in his pocket when he went down there. But why? Maybe Brenner wanted to take the phone off Dylan just in case Dylan tried calling for help. It depends if Dylan was killed on the spot or left unconscious, right? If you leave the phone on Dylan, maybe Dylan may have tried making a call, calling the police, you never know, calling family. So just to be safe. I mean, it would have been more sensible just to grab the phone, smash it on the ground, and then that would have been it, the end. And although people could say, yeah, but that didn't happen, and like your theory, Raph, of Brenner taking it and then going all the way down to Dylan's farm seems a bit silly because it's like incriminating himself in a way, or possibly. But no, because like you think the reality is the phone was eventually found in Lucin Pond, whether it be dumped there, disposed of, or planted there to put the blame on someone else like Venstra, like that was done later on in the day. And there's been a delay in between from Dylan being taken out to the phone being disposed. So it was traced back to the pond, so it was found. It wasn't a successful way of disposing of it, right? So really, the order and the treatment of this evidence wasn't handled practically in the mindset of the suspect or suspects. So taking it down to the farm, if it was in their possession at the time when looking for other stuff, that wouldn't be a surprise either, right? It's not exactly been a professional job in terms of disposing of this and that, right? If there's any other points I can think of, I'll add on, right? But the reason why I say there's a possibility Brenner could have been searching about, right? And you could say, yeah, but there was no prints left, right? So it doesn't prove that Brenner was down there. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying more so is, like, with the gun, with the key fob, there was no prints on there, no DNA, so someone made an effort to get rid of the stuff. So maybe the person who returned the gun and key fob was the one that took it in the first place, right? I don't think Dylan took it out himself and then Dylan was hurt and then the person took the gun off Dylan. I think it's someone went down to Dylan's farm to search about, to find a gun, right? And then return it back at a later point, leading into June, right? That's why I say it. And I think it just so happens to tie in line with the person who's responsible for taking it and returning it was also in possession of Dylan's phone, hence why you've got the third phone ping over that way. That's how I see it, right? Over this way. You can agree, you can disagree if you want. And just to reinforce it a little bit more, I feel it could be Brenner, right? And you could be wondering, well, why? Well, think to previous times, previous events. Supposedly someone owed Brenner money or something. Brenner needed the money or wanted it back or needed paying up, right? So Brenner took matters into his own hands, went to a neighbour or so, went inside the trailer or something, stole the .22 rifle, right? Whether it be that's his form of payment or he just wanted the gun, he got it, right? And it involved searching inside of a trailer, right? So if Brenner's already known for doing stuff like that, then he could do the same again with Dylan's trailer, because I'm sure Brenner either saw Dylan with his gun in the past or Brenner just assumed that Dylan had a gun, so he was like, well, whilst I'm at it, I might as well take it, because it looks good, it seems good, so why not? I might as well make use of it. Okay? Or it would be an impulsive thought of going down there to get it, which could have incriminated him, like put him in like the whole of questioning. I mean, yeah, maybe, but if he's already messed up, he doesn't always think straight and he does snap, then he's bound to slip up at times with different things, and this could have been one of them, right? And we've just so happened to have Dylan's phone in his possession whilst going down there. It made it seem like Dylan was down there, right? I mean, you could say indirectly, or maybe it was planned, that with having these phone pings in different areas, it kind of, what would you say? It kind of made it seem like Dylan was still active and about, right? Because in your mindset, if you saw at first glance, like the mother, right, she'd think, okay, phone ping here, yeah. Then at the grain shed, yeah, because that's what he's intended on doing. Oh, and then it's back here. Well, yeah, because Dylan's returning back to his farm, settle up, lock things, whatever, get in his truck and then drive on to either our house or Justin's house and then spend some time in between whilst it's raining. All that would make sense, right, wouldn't it? That's like what you'd expect. So maybe to make it appear that Dylan was still active and doing what needs to be done in the correct order, indirectly or planned, that's what Brenner did, or someone did, at least. I mean, we'll do another poll right now, okay, because we've not really looked back at it since. Do you feel that Dylan's trailer, okay, we saw it looked a bit of a mess, right? Partially it's because of like the dust, the environment. Another reason because Dylan was known to leave food on the side, which he did on that day, or the day before. And then, what's the other reason? Mine's gone blank a bit. But the poll will be, do you think that the trailer was ransacked, searched by one of the suspects when maybe looking for Dylan's gun or something else, right? In the past, we talked about the money motive, but with the whole check being put into the bank, that kind of clears up the rumours. Unless, what would I say? Was it Brenner? Am I correct in saying Brenner was the one that talked about money being buried in the ground? Or was it Kurt Wadsworth? One or the other. I know Brenner said to Justin about Dylan burying stuff around the farm or grain shed, something like that. But like, if there was money buried in the area and Brenner knew that Dylan buried something, maybe that's another reason to why Brenner went down there after taking out Dylan. To look for the gun, maybe, but also to maybe look for any money or items of interest that are buried in the ground, like a treasure hunt. Maybe people were already doing that before the likes of maybe the other external people got involved in the case and started looking on the land and trespassing. You know what I'm saying? Different ways of looking at it, I know. What about the fourth phone ping? Well, it's back here. Would it make sense? Well, yeah, because whether Dylan's unconscious or has been killed, he's probably in the grain shed, laying on the floor, I would think. Brenner in between has gone down to the farm to get a hold of the gun to maybe finish Dylan off or just to take it for his own benefit, as well as take a look about anyway, because he can, no one's going to stop him. Then returning back, with obviously the phone still in his possession, back to here, where it be to then grab Dylan, right, and put him inside of Brenner's vehicle or somebody else's vehicle, or maybe Dylan's vehicle, and that's the whole reason to why in the first place Brenner walked down or somehow got down to Dylan's farm to get Dylan's vehicle, right? Because obviously the seat being adjusted, moved forwards, all-wheel drive being turned on. Maybe Brenner wasn't aware of that. Brenner is shorter in height to Dylan, so he would have had to adjusted the seat, and in doing so he might have indirectly then found the gun, right, by moving the seat or just getting in. He thought, oh, I'll take this as well, and then drove back to here, then got Dylan, put him in his own truck. Brenner drove on, whichever way it was. I think it's been described as the back roads, highlighted in green. Correct me if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong, this isn't the back roads, but it just feels like it. Oh, low battery, that's not good. And then eventually get into this area here, in which nearby, do we have it? Nearby, the final phone ping is kind of like in parallel to this back road, as you see there. Why would the final phone ping be roughly here and not way down here? Well, it could be down to accuracy. It might not be completely accurate, pinpointed, the phone ping, right? Or there's a possibility that the phone was on low battery, just like mine at the moment. What a coincidence. That is so weird. But yeah, maybe once it got to this point with Brenner driving, whether he knew it or not, probably not, because he's driving, focusing, the phone in his pocket, which is of Dylan's, that probably was about to die, right? Low battery, that's what I would assume. And that's why the phone turned off, unless Brenner manually turned it off at this point, because he thought, oh shit, like, I'm on my way to disposing Dylan maybe. I got to make sure there's no tracking, no one can find me. And you could be like, well, what about the truck itself that can track data? Was Brenner aware of that or not? Maybe not, right? If Brenner wasn't aware of the all-wheel drive being broken and wasn't even aware of Dylan and his patterns of behaviour of not locking the vehicle, yet the suspect did lock it, then maybe they weren't even aware of the technology of Dylan's pickup truck, where it can cover data over a certain mileage distance, right? That could explain that. So at this point, phone dies, phone turns off, whichever. So that means there's no more pinging, right? Because the phone only pings if you've got your phone turned on. You're either making a call with someone or you might be using one of many apps which requires location to be turned on or something like that. That's the only reason why there's a ping. Okay, so the phone, at this point at least, must have been the last time it was on. And past this point, it was either turned off or it ran out of battery, ran out of juice. And as an alternative, if for whatever reason this final phone ping isn't truly accurate, and it does incorporate down here the pond as well, the area, such as the radius, then you could say that final phone ping back there also applies to here. So when it was chucked into the water, even if the phone was turned on, as soon as it goes into the water, into the depths, it dies, right? I mean, this is the other thing, what we've got to understand. Technically, iPhones and some phones can survive under a certain depth of water for a certain amount of time, right? You get GoPros, right? Which one was it now? well, with GoPros, they tend to be encased in an actual case. With mobile phones, some of them don't need to be in a case. It says on like the box or something, it can survive a certain depth of water. Now, as for the pond area of Lucin, not entirely deep, right? Not that deep. Though, if it's been there for some time, right, it will eventually break. It will eventually stop pinging, okay? And even if the phone was left on and survived up to a certain point till it died, it wouldn't have pinged anywhere else because it's stationary, right? So it doesn't really matter if the phone's on or off, as long as the phone is left behind and then the suspect moves on to then dispose of Dylan, then you could say, well, you know, you're not going to get tracked. It'll work out. But I just feel like if it did get to this point, House Brenner may be transporting Dylan elsewhere and doing a drop-off at the same time, with Don Hately supposedly staying here, living here, roughly, he would have seen it. He would have seen Brenner's truck pass by, right? It's literally on the road. It's on the back road, adjacent, parallel to where Don lives, if I'm correct in saying, because no one's corrected me yet. And it's kind of, what do you call it? Southwest, I think, southwest slightly at the pond, just under a mile away. So it might check out. So that's where Don is. Going to the pond here, and then what? Turning back, coming back down, driving down, and then driving down to here, to this area, and then parking up, and then telling Don. Did Don actually see it? Like, it makes me think. Don passed the lie detector test, right? But he lied at the beginning of the case when police just interrogated him in person. Now, Don most likely was present in this area, at least because of staying here, living here, and that barbecue happening on that day. So was Don looking through the window? Did Don see anything if Brenner was driving past? Because it's near to Lucin Pond, right? It's near on the road. So, yeah, did he just keep quiet? Did he come out of the trailer and was like, hey, Brenner, what are you doing over there? Can you explain? And then maybe a confession takes place. Makes you wonder. But if it is more so over this way, it's like, is it round this area where Dylan could have been taken care of, disposed of, or further afar? And to be honest, I think we might be able to look a little bit deeper next time, right? Because I don't want to go too full heavy now, because it's a different thing. But what I want to do, hopefully next time, is the key locations, supposedly the high probability areas of where Dylan is at. Ty Corbin will know that wording because he used it himself, okay? The only thing I do ask of, because I couldn't find it myself, and I did try both on Google and Google Earth, Ty Corbin, do you know where Rosebud Wash is? I'm sure you do, but like, if you had to describe it on the map, and let me just zoom out for a second, right? Just so it's not confusing. We're zoomed out here, right? I know down here we've got this wash, which is the one we've always looked at, but is that Rosebud Wash? When I've typed it in myself, there's no search results, right? So I guess it's one of those unknown ones, okay? So Ty Corbin, if you're able to give like a rough direction of where Rosebud Wash is, whether it be the start of it or the end of the wash, if you know the coordinates, better. If it's like so many miles north, south, east of the pond, just feel free to say, because that's the only one I didn't really make note of. Now, I think it's Tom Evans that was correct me if I'm wrong, it might be someone else, but I'm sure Tom Evans may have mentioned it, about Grouse House Creek or something. There was a wash up there and it comes all the way down into Lucin. We'll be taking a look at that as well, so that's under control. But I just want to present to you in the next video key locations, high probability. So in a way, visually telling the story, the interpretation of Thai, right? Because not been able to do it until now, if that makes sense. That's how I feel. So it'll be a little bit like a Kenny Veach style video in terms of someone has been out there already, or someone is going to go out there or go back out there to recover a place, research, and then I'm like mapping it out, or at least giving like highlighted areas of those places, so then you can check it yourself and we can see if it's close to anything as well. Because I do feel with time, whilst looking at the maps, you know, you end up finding new things as you go along, stuff you didn't know was there to begin with, right? You surprise yourself at times. There's that airport we were talking about. Any new... Oh, okay, hold on a second. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is the first time I have seen an up-to-date photo on the spot. Believe that, okay? Previously, we've taken a look at places, right? 2021, 2009, 2014, 2017. We've seen that, right? Looking at all these different key known places. The last time I looked at Lucin Airport, there was none in 2023, okay? Because the last time I checked was in 2022, okay? So we just go back on here, or let's just click off for a second. Hold on. Lucin Airport, domestic airport in Grouse Creek, Utah. This is very interesting. You can just say, well, it's just a photo. Does it really matter? Yes, it does. Because first of all, that person's name, Sterling Bingham, I'm sure I've seen that name before, Bingham. Whether it be in my videos, my comment section, or Jim Terry's live stream, Bingham has shown up. This is very interesting, this. And this photo most likely, I can't say most definitely, but most likely to do with Dylan searching for him. Now, what type of plane is this? Is this Ivor Zadovsky's plane? Is he borrowing it? Or is it Bingham's own plane? You know what I'm saying? This is 2023, January. It doesn't seem to give the actual day, but it gives the month. Okay? Interesting. So, if there's anyone watching right now, welcome. Just earlier, we were taking a look at the latest post on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, as well as some responses by Candice Cooley and the odd new photo of Dylan Rounds from the past. Make sure to check that out. If you have missed it, feel free to catch up after this video has ended. And then after that, and just recent, I was giving you my updated idea and thoughts of the phone ping and the actual order it went and followed in, okay? Tying in with now an idea of where Don is and near to that pond. So you may have seen it, right? I said, correct me if I'm wrong regarding that bit about Don, but no one has corrected me yet, so I assume I'm correct, okay? And now, just now on screen, going back to Lucin Airport, it was just a random idea in my mind to click on it, right? I didn't know it was going to be updated. I had no clue whatsoever, and someone has uploaded a custom photo in relation to that place. So aside from Ivor Zadovsky, Sterling Bingham has visited as well. Now the next question is, this photo, uploaded in 2023, or was the photo taken in 2023? You know, which one was it? That's the next question. If Bingham is present right now in the chat, welcome. Feel free to share your thoughts and clear it up. If Ty Corbin is present and knows this guy, or there's someone that knows him, I don't know, just like acknowledge him or provide an explanation, because it's just interesting seeing such an up-to-date photo on Google Earth, considering most of the satellite imagery is stuck in 2019, right? But this is more relevant. I assume this is the landing strip of Lucin Airport, as we've seen. Do we have any other ones? No. 2020. Oh, 2023. Yes. There we go. There we go. Interesting. Right. So this one, by that guy, is the same as this, I assume. But what I can't understand is when you look on the outside, there's no snow. But when you look at this one, there is snow. So it makes me think that maybe one of the photos was taken in 2022 but uploaded in 2023, such as this one. I assume that white is the runway because it's green over there. I can't see any snow at all. And then this one, most likely taken and uploaded in 2023, unless it's at the end of 2022, when obviously the snow came in and it was winter time. But this does look more up to date. I guess the only other thing to acknowledge, though, to be fair, just recently, right, like provided by Ellen herself, Ellen Berg in Montello, and Lance as well with his footage, it snowed pretty heavy over there. Yeah, I'm sure before that, and it was still in 2023, it was like how we see on screen right now. So, it suddenly stopped snowing. It all melted away and then it suddenly came back again heavy. I mean, share your thoughts, okay? 2023 uploaded or taken in 2023. Anything down there? And the only other thing I just want to say, this plane here, is it just a standard one? Like, what's that there? Is it like a dial, a meter, a reader or something? Because if we're taking into mind like that supposed flyby with the LiDAR in Utah flying into Idaho, okay? Has this got anything to do with it? Or is this just searching for Dylan? It's making me think now. And why uploaded now? Yeah. But I do feel like this photo was intended for the Find Dylan Rounds search. This one itself is 2020, so before Dylan went missing. And then this one here looks like a male from that shadow. This vehicle here, a Ford, is it a Ford F-150 Raptor? No chains on the tyres. The snow itself doesn't look too heavy compared to in Montello, but that could be explained, two different places. Because I know people, like when people were talking about the rainfall in the area, they said, well, it rained such and such a time in Montello, but don't know exactly when it rained in Lucin. Because obviously, you look at the sky, it's raining, it might be raining here, but it doesn't mean to say it's raining way over there, right? It travels, so it arrives at a later time. So I guess the same happens with snow. Looks like it's got a winch on the very front, or the front bumper, or the bottom. There's not really too much to say. It's in good condition. It is a Raptor. It says it at the back, on the side. So, whose vehicle is this? Is it Sterling Bingham, or is it Ivor Zadowski's? It's making me think now that, maybe not right away, but maybe in the future we should return back to some of these places which had photos uploaded too, just to see if anyone else has added to the album collection. That is interesting, that. I Anything inside? Not really. Window screen not cracked, so we can't make any links there with the photo taken by Justin at the barn pole barn. And that's it for those photos. I think we'll probably just leave it as that for now. If there's any more updates regarding this person or the meaning behind the photos, I guess it can be cleared up in another video. I think you can check the profile, but I'll do that next time. Yeah, I think that's better because I think we need like a focused video on this, right? So it doesn't get lost in these longer length videos. That's how I feel, at least. So we have checked that out, right? I think now it's time to transition on to briefly a like little map check, little dodgy time, and check if my name shows up anywhere in the area or so. Right, okay, so we had some technical difficulties with looking for the map, typing in my name, then it seemed to spaz out completely. I guess Google Earth does not like me, okay? It might like... Okay, Google Earth is being biased. Google likes Stoney. Google likes Wes, likes Christy in a way. You know, likes all the different people, even Mr. X and Jim Tay. And that's saying something, yeah, not me. Why do I not exist? Come on. Yeah, Nevada, USA, RAF. Come on, it's got to come up with something, right? What the hell's this? Nevada. Oh. Wait, what? Why is it when I type in RAF, it comes up with this from down under? What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, why does my name show up for this? Girls' Night Outback, Thunder from Down Under. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Oh my god. Oh no, no. Wait, oh no, this means like all the cats in the chat are going to be thinking, oh yeah, we got our night planned for today. Oh god. Oh, there we go, we got some singing by Juan Roberto Garcia Orzosco. Yes, I remember that one. What was it from? He said, you want a little bit of singing? What was it? From GTA Grand Theft Auto 5? With like... I don't even know how it sounds, but it was something like that. What's this? Welcome to the Thunderland. Yeah, come on. Thunder from Down Under. Come on, bring it on. Oh my god, this is probably the one time Ashley shows up. I remember Ashley in a past video saying it's getting near to that point where her underwear will appear on stage or thrown at me. Ooh, well that's what she said. But she's disappeared since. Spooky. Yeah, we got the cocktails. Yeah, all kinds of juices and flavors. Look, oh my god. There's even an opportunity to pop a cherry or two. Your first time? Yeah, I've never tried this juice before. Tastes a little bit different. Yeah, I wonder where it came from. I'm very interested. Let me just try one of the cherries. Wow, nice. Okay, so, you know, there's more things going on here, more than what you see. Oh, God. Oh, no. My God. Watch out, people. Oh, my God. Stoney? Yeah, look at Stoney right at the front with a camera on, trying to film the video. My God. Poor Carlos. How do you think Carlos feels in the pizzeria? He's too busy flapping dough around, and you're too busy waving your phone about as the tops come flying. My God, Stoney, you're going to get trampled on. God, there's pants coming your way. I won't be surprised right now if Stoney's like, yeah, well, that's what I want. That's what I want. You know, the pizza does so much, but, you know, I want some more. You know, the coffee's not good enough. I want the pants on my face. My God, Stoney, you got to calm down. Oh, no. I just realized Glitter Galaxy is just hiding behind there as well. She's got a fucking extra long lens and photography for this. Yeah, Glitter Galaxy. I know exactly what you're doing. Trying to record some high definition video footage for this because you're having the time of your life. Calm down. There we go. We're looking at some castles now. Much better. Oh, God, no, we're back to her. Whoa, whoa, don't get too close to this. God, this is too much, man. Oh, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, boy. It was getting a bit too low down. Oh, my God. Hopefully no one is having a heart attack at the moment. Oh, my. Oh, no. Sword in the stone bar. Oh, Stoney always has to make an appearance, even when it comes to Raph going down and Mike. Fuck me. You thought that was it, more to come. And you got the Stony bar. Oh my God, Stoney. What are you doing? You're getting in the way of my fame and fortune. Come on. What's that? Coca cleaner. What the hell's that? Oh my God, we got the slot machines in the background. That's exactly what we need. Ellenberg is already on a winning streak. My God, Alan, you're really good with that fast action of the lever. I think you've got a lot of experience there, pulling and tugging that lever. God, winning all night long. You're so lucky. Shout out to Alan. Oh my God, look, there's Mr. X crawling on the floor looking for more loose change. God, we saw that last time! Come on, Mr. X, get up, boy! What are you doing? Stop prowling the ground. Find your own change and try and win. Yeah. There's nothing in there, so there's nothing to eat. Oh my God, it's ice cream as well, Maria. Oh, wow. So you've got pants being pulled down. Questionable if Raph is appearing on stage or not in that procedure. You got Stoney's bar, you got Maria's ice cream, you got Ellen's slot machines in the back. This is an all-in-one. Literally a complete get-together, just like it is now in the chat. Wow. We got a card there. Looks like it's almost crashed into the other car. Interesting. Oh no, here we go again. More dancing. God. I bet the music, yeah, don't worry, man. Don't worry, kitty cats. You know, you're getting all excited. You don't need to worry about copyright claim issues because the music that's being highlighted, the DJ behind the scenes of this magical event of Raph Down Under is hosted and presented by Gorilla Jack and his psychedelic suicide song, which is on Spotify, Apple Play Store, iTunes, all over the place. Make sure to check it out, man. Nothing could go wrong at this point, right? Oh, God. You know, this is the thing. Right now, I bet some of the people in the chat right now are like, oh, my God, why are you skipping the photos? You know, come on, fucking zoom in. We want to see it. Yeah, oh, my God, look at that. No, we're not doing that. Calm down, cats. Calm down. Okay, Stoney is probably on the verge of falling off her chair. Try and hold yourself back, Stoney. You know, lock yourself in with the seatbelt if you're in the car, okay? Right? We don't want Stoney to have any accidents. No. What's that? Follow us on social media. Oh, my God. Look at that advertisement. God damn it. Oh, no. Who's that? Oh, my God. It's a man. It's a man with a plan, taking photos of the guys. Joseph, what are you doing? Oh, my God, Joseph. You got the front row seats. You know, you wanna make your other buddy boys jealous. You know, you had the front row seats. You're seeing all the action taking place. Oh, my God, Joseph. I can see you there. Don't even try and hide it. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Let me try and stray away from that. Wait, that literally looks like Glitter Galaxy. Glitter Galaxy, what are you doing? Where's your camera? Oh, yeah, you got the camera elsewhere, already propped up on a tripod. You don't want to hold something so heavy. Now you want to put the camera to the side so you can really admire the view of the fucking nipples. Come on, get a grip. Wheedleby, is that you? Not quite. Oh, Maria, look at you turning away. You've realised you've been caught on camera, Maria. That explains it all. That explains it, Maria, why you've not been as active in the chat, because you've been secretly attending Raph Down Under shows. Oh, my. Look at that. You can't even hide, Maria. No. No escape. Oh, shit. What the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah, it's Stoney. Yeah, I remember Stoney when she appeared at that ice cream parlour when it was her wedding day or something. Looks like it's back on. My God, it's on, off, like Joseph with his trousers in a dentist. Makes no sense. Not at all, but, what does? Neither does the Dylan Rounds case at times. Yep, so Stoney, it's back on. I don't know what the other person's going to think about it, I think it could end kind of badly. Oh my God, that person in between the guy's legs. Oh no, that eye contact. Oh no. Oh no. You get an idea where they're looking at. Oh no. Yep, let's look at nice pretty castles for a second, because this is getting very awkward. Oh no. Oh, what? Wait, is that guy wearing a mask? Oh, his facial mask, I see. Whoa, don't get too close. My God, I don't even know why he's showing off. There's not really much to show there. Yeah, come on, get away. I don't want to see any more buddies. God. So that's what I'm offering. What, a strip dance? Is that what my life has come down to? Is that what I've got to offer the people in chat once a week? Wow. What I don't know what to say. What else can I type in? North America. Let's try one more. Poseidon's Fury. What the hell's that? North America, USA. Wrath of Comics. Wrath and Grace. Wrath brand. Yeah, the Wrath brand. This is what I'm all about. This is me. Oh my God! Someone has stolen my designs! I am deeply frustrated about it. Who the hell's copying me? Wrath brand? Excuse me. Who do you think you are with these boring, generic photos? My God, Wrath brand? What was here? You and your fucking non-existent presence. Copyright. Talk about copyright! God! And to be serious, on a serious note, there's no copyright here. I'm just messing about, just so I don't get done by anyone. Wrath brand, what the hell's this shit? Oh my God. Oh no. I've been taken over. What am I gonna do? I got no leg to stand on no more. God. Come on, you gotta save me now at this point, because what have I got left? Oh no, Linda Cushing, please, quickly get this off the screen. No, Linda, I'll do anything you want. Kathy Waters, I'll enter the Matrix if I need to. Oh, Maria, oh no, I'm gonna be exposed now. Exposed for Raf the alcoholic, Raf Winery, for all the little whingy whiners.
Yeah, that includes me, man. I kind of knew it. I knew you were on alcohol, A pancake's never lies by his looks, even if he's a bit floppy at times, Just one of those things, While we're working as a community as a whole, we are also looking out for possible, side effects. And maybe the RAF and alcohol withdrawal symptoms are showing. That's what we're seeing. It's very telling. That's probably why I'm getting so paranoid, because I really don't know where I'm going to go. I'm worried about that bottle of wine. It's going to be shut my ass. I really don't need that right now.
Okay. No need to be a scarecrow like Bella V. But, what else do we have? Hun Estate. Okay. California. Yeah, what do all the girls call it in America? They call it Cali. Yeah. I'm going to go out. I'm going to hang out with the girls. And how not my bitches. No, that's a bit rude. Sorry for offending you and your feelings, but never mind. I'm going to be a bitch. You stop me. Oh, please, you stop me right now. Because you weren't stopping me when we were riding that cowboy and the horse all night long. No, bitch. Not at all. But yeah, I'm going to hang out with the girls in Cali. It's gonna be so fun. Oh my God, Maria and Stoney's already down there at the Starbucks. Fuck. Looks a bit late, but never mind. I'm sure there'll be some resources left. Please don't make any more spillages as you go along. I know you're obsessed with the
Oh my god. Just realized. Yeah. I knew all along. The only reason why you're in Cali, if you want the Cali punchy, my god, you really, really are determined for it.
Right, okay, so we're on to the second photo. I couldn't show you the first one because of licensing and copyright. I'm thinking, oh shit, we're getting serious now. No messing about. But yeah, look, we got the bottle of RAF Pinot Noir Monterey 2018. Yeah, look at that RAF wine. Linda, calm down, Linda. Okay, you've been on very good behavior recently, but as said, with dealing with possible rats and mice and camels and snakes and maybe monkeys. I mean, it probably gets a bit too much at times, right, Linda? So you can have this bottle of RAF on me, okay? Yeah. There we go. Really good start, yeah. There we go, we got another image. This is at Warlike Raf's compound. The shed is out back. That's why you saw me doing my video. Yeah, it's all structured. All kinds of security measures as well. No one's going to be stepping on in anytime soon. Yeah, we've also got a pond as well in case we need to dispose of any mobile phones. You never know. Something gets a bit risky. Yeah, greenery too. Really nice and pretty. What's this? Oh no, some empty glasses. Lynn's already been here. And I said, you can come on over. Too late, she's already made her way. Oh my god. Hans Muller. Okay. What the hell are we dealing with here? Some dodgy abandoned place with barbed wire around it. God. Demonic almost. What's gone in there through the time? I don't know. This is by Susie Wang. Yeah, we got the Wangs. Wang in the chat. There we go. Get your wangs out. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, the full-on production for the RAF wine. Where's all the the workers at? God. And there we go. We got some visitors already showing up. Maybe some of the people from the chat appearing. Possibly. Don't know who that could possibly be. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Some wine red. Yeah. Oh my God. It's even... The brand is even written on the side of the glass, RAF. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, perfect. It's just a perfect photo. Wow. It's almost as perfect as my face. Yeah, we got like a dodgy church almost. Already got Russian. Even the Russians are coming over. Oh no. Ooh, is it that white wine? I wouldn't know. I'm not an expert, but I'm sure Linda can give expert advice. Everyone, ask Linda for advice. Perfect. Yeah. Wang again. So, yeah, Stony, there's no pizzas here, but there is wine. Will that do? Yeah? People in the chat right now, are you somewhat satisfied by this place? There we go. Yeah. Oh, look, we got some different visual looks. Yeah. Tables, chairs, everything available for your needs. There we go, some more angles, just blast through this. RAF, even RAF on the paper too. It's all over the place. Can't get away. You can't escape from RAF. Oh, that's Joseph. Joseph has already arrived. Don't blame him. And there we go. So there's RAF wines. I mean, is there anything else we can look for? Maybe. What about RAF? Oh my God. Oh no. You gotta know. We got grains of RAF. GOW. GOW! That's literally Gears of War. God, I turn into Marcus Phoenix. It's time to kill the Locust and the Horde. Yeah. And we need to find... What's his fucking name? I forgot his name already. God, where's Dom? Where's A-Train? Coltrane, coming through, fool. Yeah, build the muscle, Cole. Build that muscle, boy. Where's Bard? Bard the fucking bitch.
Where's Sam? Sam? Where's Sam at? You know, it's just like a mystery. Like, where's Paul Allen? This time, where's Sam? Where are you, Sam? I don't know where Sam is. I don't even know where the other people are. Oh, no, wasn't it Maria that died? Was it called Maria? I'm sure Maria died and Dom found her. Not Dom, Marcus, Dom. Getting mixed up with all the bloody names. Yeah, so, oh no, we got low battery, 10%. No. Oh no. Right, we need to look at grains of wrath very quickly. Grains of wrath in the grain shed of Lucin, maybe. Oh no. Whatever you do, whoever is present right now, do not tell Salty Pancakes that grains of wrath exist. Because he's already on to me about my back and the map of Lucin. If he finds out this, he's gonna, pinpoint me to the grain shed of Lucin. Dylan's grain shed. Oh, God. This cannot happen, man. Not at all. What does that say? Oh, whatever. What do we have here? See, like, this is the thing. Like, okay, I'm not the Green Giant. Probably described as Hulk by Indiana. Smashing things left, right, and center, but not humans, just objects. Fucking successful I am. Not. But yeah, look at this Maria. Like, someone like you, Maria, or someone like Stoney. I don't know if she's gone off the other way. I don't know. But, all kinds of food here. Oh, fuck off. Like Shack Lady as well. Shack Lady needs some rough food or something. I mean, who was it recently? We've got Thai THAI Corbin chili crisp guy. But then, and that was by Joy Pay. But then there was someone else, Suzanne Hernandez, who types quite well or whatever. But she ended up calling the Shack Lady SHAQ, Shack Baby. Oh, no, we got the dodgy typing. God, what the fuck's that for the rabbits? Oh, Maria, you can feed the rabbits. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, I'm so thoughtful. Right on, Andrew Culver. Don't even have to worry about the fucking kangaroos coming in, stealing your drink. No kangaroos right there, mate. You get your lips round the beer. Fucking hell, Andrew, you already finished it? Right. Have the second one on, mate? Oh, that's already gone as well. Third? Oh, well. Looks like we need a refill. Isn't that right, Andrew Culver? You usually have the whole fucking lot, mate. Yeah, that's how burgers are done. Yeah, you thought about I was complaining about Burger King's, McDonald's, and all the other places. Well, because this is how you get a proper burger done. A fucking big boy burger. Yeah, because I'm a big boy and I need big boy food. Even the chips are fully loaded as well. I even provide a knife just in case you want to stab someone in the process if things get a bit too heated. Yeah, I'm all about diplomacy. Fucking hell, call me for presidency right now. Let's move on. Well, I can explain this. Not many people have showed up, but it's only early hours. Don't worry. Grains of wrath, soup, tomato, basil, special. Can't quite read that. Caution, wet floor. Cirutado pizza mojado. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde aquí? Buenas noches. Hasta mañana, Maria. Yes, gracias. So, very interesting there. Inside, penis doesn't craft. Oh, inside pendant craft. Oh, well, oh. I think I'm malfunctioning. So, yeah, we've got a wet floor. I think... Who is it now? I know exactly who it is. With the level of excitement tonight, whether it be the Down Under place with all those guys on stage or the all the other bits and bobs in between, I think Stoney, actually, she even said she pissed herself in the last video or two. She couldn't hold it in. Okay, fair enough. Whether it be on the car seat or in the bathroom of Carlos Pizza Place, whichever. It's happened again, right? Don't worry, Stoney. Indiana said she's had some issues as well with time. She hasn't got a toilet, she hasn't got a TV, so things are rough when it gets to that point. Now, with it getting much colder as well, you wet yourself, you might turn into an icicle. That could be a bit painful, right? But Indiana said she's got all the pads in her pad, okay? The pads in the pad, all under control. Don't worry, Stoney. Just click your finger and all the girls will come together as one, unite, and it's all sorted because of girl power. Don't worry, Stoney. You're not the only one in this world.
But what do we have here? Fuck off. What do we have here? We got the dive bar lager. Do you know what? I need to charge my phone very quickly. Be right back. I've plugged myself in from the rear end and I'm ready to go. Okay? So, let's see what we got here. We got the dive bar lager, Cantina Especial. We got the prostate canana mega. Interesting. We got the trash panda. We got the frost hammer, because when you hammer someone, you got to do it cold with a cold touch, so really penetrates into you like an icicle, right? We got the Vienna lager. We've got the Gastein Wolf. Yeah, you Gastein. What the hell's that? We got the sickle and scythe, you know, if you want to get a bit dark. We got the pandemic. Yeah, that's a really good name. We're going to really scare all our customers off. Welcome to RAF, the grain of RAF. We are giving away a pandemic, 20% off. Why is no one showing up, huh? Probably the wording. We got the top wire. We got the fresh hop top wire. The fresh hop crypt keeper. Oh yeah, pancakes. Come on, bring a bit of cryptic edits right now. Fresh hop Azrael. Come on, Maria. You know all about Azrael, don't you? Rising from the depths of the darkness, the fallen angel with the hooded thing on his head. Can't see where he's going. He'd have banged his head into the wall. No wonder why Azrael became a fallen angel with his stupid hood on. He couldn't even see where he was going. I bet if he borrowed Stoney's 20, 40, 60 vision, he would have known exactly where he was going and the right path he was on to dominate this world and take over. Never happened though. And speaking of which, we got the Dystopia IPA. What the hell's an IPA? God. I can't even think of anything. Oh my God, we got the Shakerlicious. Yeah, shake your head. I don't know. Yeah, Shack Lady is back. But we've got to be careful how we word things, because the Shack Lady was very insistent on not being associated with any corporate companies because she didn't want to get sued. Calm down. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's not going to go that wrong. I mean, what do you have to offer? You know, you're going to get sued for lots of turkeys. Don't worry. Too late. Stephen the turkey handler's taking them away. You don't have anything. Don't worry, Shack Lady. You know, I'll allow you to have that pole dancing pole, which is obviously under your bed. You can have it for a bit longer. You know, you might need to use it at some point. But yeah, we got the Eka Ipa IPA. Sounds like some surgery or something. Oh my God. Look at all the alcohol. Oh, what's this? Yeah, we got the Asian Rites. You know exactly what that is, boy. That's the whip from hell. Yeah, the Asian arts of whipping. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just whip yourself raw so the blood appears from the skin. You drain it into a fucking sieve and then you drink it. Yeah. We got the Tiki Time Excellent. Yeah. Can't have excellent without some tiki times. No, you said that wrong then. We got the paper maker. Don't even question that. Chainsaws and boomsticks. Yeah, boom! I remember that now. Yeah. Gorilla Jack, you wanted a boom. You wanted something to blow up. You know, you wanted someone to blow their load in your mouth. Well, don't worry. The chainsaw and boomsticks can provide that for you, okay? Something Weedleby probably can never do, right? Oh, yeah. Look, we got the medals up there. Yeah, I'm an award-winning medalist for the hottest free agent in town. Come on. Yeah, GOW Brewery. No one's escaping here. Yeah, what's this? What does that say? Cantina is labelled as well, even on pen. Oh, very clever. They are the most fucking useless glasses I have ever seen. There's no handle. What if you have a small hand? What if little Maria has a small hand? You know, how does she grasp the cup? You know, she uses two little hands. It's not good enough. Like, yeah, Wes. I don't think I've forgotten about you, man. Yeah, Wes just comes strolling in. Oh my God, my phone's flipped upside down. Shit. God, just the thought and name of saying Wes has turned my phone upside down and almost broken. But Wes just comes on in, grabs the glass with one hand and drinks it immediately. What, John F? Oh my God. Mr. Kennedy? You still here? God, you've been hiding behind the bar all this time? Well done, JFK. Well done. Let's move on. What we got here? Yeah, what the hell's that? Whoa, we got the dip. Yeah, we can't, leave out the dip pick. And a mega dip pick as well. And some lemon and some chicken. And see, Maria? You see, Maria, the salad is more fresh. Okay? I don't want you complaining, Maria, with your ews. Not this time. There you go. There's your tacos or quesadillas. I don't even know what you call them. I bet Maria is going to get her tortilla and slap me in the face. I'm sure Glitter Galaxy is probably, about to bash me on the head with a camera. Because last time, I remember Shack Lady said, I'm sorry, your live premieres are always on when I'm making food. Well, I'm sorry, Shack Lady. Maybe stop eating food for once and sit down and watch the video. God! My God. Glitter Galaxy, if you continue... Yeah, don't act all so surprised, Glitter Galaxy. I'm talking directly at you. Girl on girl or girl on boy. That doesn't sound quite right, that, but whatever. Face to face, listen when I'm talking. Glitter Galaxy, please do not be like that, because you continue with that attitude, you're going to turn out like Weedleby. I don't think you want that. Come on. You don't want curly hair. Come on, straighten it out. Get a grip. Yeah, you play... Oh, what am I doing? No, I've just remembered something as well. I've just remembered another. Because, it takes too much remembering all these names of people. Like, pull them out of a hat and a cat in a hat, I mean. What about Campos Tacos? Huh? Is Campos Tacos? Is she here? Is she? I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe she's in the background. Hello there. Or she's probably just on Jim Terry's channel. But, look, you tacos, you're going to fill your tacos Campos, yeah? Is this the sort of taco? Is this the sort of meat you want in your taco Campos? Or you want something different? Feel free to leave comments down below. Anyway, yeah, we got the pink little juicy glass. Can't leave out the pink colours. Yes, Stoney. You said you want to fucking put tape on me? Purple tape? Do I look like a guy that likes purple tape? No, I like fucking black. Yeah, just like my... No, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But yeah, Fame is up. Wherever Fame is up is, she's gone missing. Ashley's gone missing. Look, there's a pink drink for them, right? It's fine. Actually, what the hell's on this? Oh, for God's sake, Stoney. You could have cleaned up after yourself. I know you said you don't have to give... what's his name now? You don't have to give Carlos any more tips, any more favours to get a free pizza. I know where all those favours have been going. Has been fueling your cocaine habits, Stoney. Oh, no. What are you on, man? Well, pretty self-explanatory from the looks of this. And crystal sugar. Are you trying to experiment with new drugs, Stoney? God, you're going to be stoned out of your eyes in a second. You need to cool it down. You want to go to Glitter Galaxy's magical garden. I don't think that's a good idea. You're going to be relapsing left, right, and centre, man. Even the neighbours are so obsessed with it that they've been stealing them themselves. Oh, God. We can't take you anywhere, Stoney, can we? There we go. We got something more appetising right now. Yeah, look at that. Wow. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Any more images? Of course there is. There you go. Really high definition, high quality photos. Arguably better photos taken by me. No, by whoever took this than Glitter Galaxy. Ooh, bit of a challenge there. Okay, look at that knife. Even the knife is better quality. The wiener back there, wedged in. Got an egg on some crusty stuff. Yeah, and some carrots for the horse as well. Can't get any better than this. What the hell's that? Oh, God. Obviously, someone's got to be unique and order shit. It's typical. It probably represents their personality in life. It's sausages. The sausages have been cut up. It could be pepperoni, but it looks more like sausages. Now, the last time I remember, and we were looking at people's daily activity, we saw the footage of Mini-Me cutting up her pepperoni when she was going to freeze it. And I guess with Stoney tag teaming with Mini-Me and probably someone else in the chat as well appearing. It could be a 3-on-1 situation. It could be quite a disadvantage for that one individual. But yeah, interesting. What's this one? Oh my god, why does it look like some kind of military place? Interesting. Yeah, look at Big Boy TV. Yeah, we got the t-shirts in the back as well. Cannot forget them. No way. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? You know, this is how it goes. You know, you got to see massive pretzel because size matters. You know, yes, of course, you cannot fit it in at all, but there are many opportunities. There's many holes and pathways to insert it in. You know, so half of it could go in the mouth and the rest could go in the ass. I don't know. It's up to you. You know, it's cooked. You know, it's kind of hard, but I thought you like it hard. No. Don't worry, we've got the dips to make it a little bit soggy. You want it soggy? Yeah. It's very good. Very good. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine, don't worry. Oh, God, look at that guy posing. Look at facial expressions like, yeah, man, I'm going to take this fucking sausage, put it in my mouth. Good for you, man. I don't really care. God, it's going to take you some time to finish that off. I heard Joseph can devour a sausage that size in one go. You need some tips from him. Isn't that right, Joseph? Don't even try and hide it. There we go. We got the obsession with the dip pics, but, you know, once you've got to that point in life where you've seen them over and over again, just like the regurgitated food, just like the dodgy pizzas, it does get to that point, okay? What's this one? Like-minded individuals. Just like this chat. Yeah, whoa, my boy. We got the graveyard smash, okay? You want to fuck the living daylights out of someone? There's the graveyard. Do it now. We got the meadow foam. You know, by the time you've finished smashing, you're going to be foaming at the mouth, at all entrances and exit points, right? You need something to ease it with some Belgium honey blonde, okay? I don't know if some blonde person is foaming at the mouth or they're using bleach, I don't know. And then we've got the Gose all day, Jose all this way day, yeah, what the hell's that? Jose? Oh, Joseph, what are you doing? And we got the pear apple avid cider. Yeah. In case you're a sour-ass bitch with a toxic mentality and a very egotistical, narcissistic, DPEPD personality type bitch. Yeah, that's for you. Viva la piñapple. Okay, pineapple as well, because we've got to contribute and we've got to shout out Nella Bella, who's hidden away in darkness, but I'm sure she's watching. There you go, you got your pineapple alcoholic drink. I mean, could it get any better? Oh my god, what's happened to that sausage? It's bent the wrong way. That's not good. I think you need to get that checked out. We've literally got a fresh dip pick, all fresh and wet and bubbly. Fresh salad, exactly how Maria likes it. And then we've just had a bit of a mess here, to be honest. That sausage is fucking bent upwards. Oh no, that does not look good. I mean, Stoney, I don't know if you've got enough years and experience to be inspecting this. Maybe we need to get Bellavy.
Oh, we're gonna get Bellavy. I've been trying to do this live stream for far too long, but, you know, when I see this, I'm right at home when I see this. I know all about this type of stuff. You know, funny, I've got a few stories to tell you.
Whoa. Easy there, Bellavy. You know, I'm sure you can share them in your one of many interesting lesbian live streams. Don't worry, that'll be fine. Okay, that's interesting. We've also got the little book there from Indiana 59 Jones, trying to find the Temple of Secrets and the monkey skull. Amazing. Okay, so we've gone for a very different camera angle for the change, a bit dodgy. Maybe the lighting is as well. This will explain to why I don't film the other way round. That makes sense because the lighting coming from the back, it messes it all up. If it's the other way around, it hits the back wall, which is the correct colour, okay? So I think all in all, kind of interesting, kind of went deep as well with Dylan Rounds, mainly for most of this video. Posted by Candice Cooley, the photo provided there. The new photo, what we've seen on within Lucin Airport. We need to look deeper into that, see what else we can find. Unless the person comes up and leaves a message down below, but I guess we can still look as well just to reinforce certain things. My theory about the 28th is how things played out. You can share your thoughts down below if you agree with what I said, or if you think different, make sure to note it down below. If you have any more questions or any issues, feel free to list it in the comment section. And once again, make sure to check out my previous video if you haven't done so already. So hopefully the next video should be coming tomorrow or maybe the day after, and we'll be taking a look at key places of interest and high probability, right? Assisting Ty Corbin in a visual sense, okay? So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Goodbye and good night for now. I just realised just very quickly before you do go, Maria, yes, I did hear your suggestion about the whip, but as a hand slap. So obviously range of motion is limited. The actual reach is limited, so I'll have to come a little closer to you. Okay, Maria, you ready? You're in position? Okay. Which way do you want it? Backhand or this way? Do it this way, okay, like a high five. Okay, Maria. Are you ready, Maria? 1, 2. Oh, you see, more contact, more sensitive, more tingles, right? I'll try it backhand, okay? Go on, Maria. 1, 2. Yeah? Yeah? Wow, wow, wow. I'm very, very, very sorry if you had the audio on quite loud and other people were around. If you are in a situation where you need to explain yourself, just say you were looking at Stone Island, okay? It's easier to explain than that sound, okay? You could even say it was like bashing 2 pebbles and stones together to create some kind of musical creative sound, because that's what Stoney likes to do in her spare time, try and create music and incorporate music into her life to get the flow and rhythm on her wavelength. Yeah, okay. So yes, good night for now, and hopefully, Maria, you can sleep well.